Hey guys, I want to go over Etsy calls because this Etsy call ended up being over about 500%. So I want to go through the setups. So this is a replay. So the time entering the call was about May 22nd. So we have May 29th. Ideally May 22nd was the entry point. So I'll leave that black line right there. But to go over everything, the first thing I notice, we'll do more of a replay of a recap right here. So as time passes, it doesn't look too great right now. It's pretty stagnated. So right when this purple line crossed that blue line right here, that normally indicates a very heavy support on the daily. So we start on the daily right here. What was the price? The lowest price of it was 46.20. So 46.20 was its lowest point. Then next, knowing that this was its lowest point at the time, the highest point of its time was on the daily. I'm just using this indication right here. The highest point was let's see, 48.27. So like right here, right up here. But I really don't care about the daily's high point right now. I really care about this main support. See if it holds on. So I have a heavy support. Next step is going into the 4 hour. The 4 hour, right here, it says, I'm gonna move it a little bit. It has a 4 hour support. Right when this purple crossed this red right here. So even though it didn't cross this blue line right here, this sort of indicates a small support on the yellow. So it's still a support, but it's not as big. So we do have two supports right here. And it makes sense because it's right along with the daily. And that one will be red. So then we do have this little pop right here on this uptrend. So that indicates that it's breaking out as long it stays above. We'll make this blue. As long as it stays above 48.01, which is that blue line. Cool. So at this point, we're just watching. No action yet. We do have a heavy support. We do have like a slight pop. We're just waiting on this candle to see if it stays above that 48.01. So next is the 2 hour. The 2 hour will help give us like a better confirmation on its breakout. Because as we go down in time, it just gives us more data points. So we're in the 2 hour time frame. Next is we have a support on the 2 hour. It's above the 2 hour trauma, which is this purple line. So it's an indication that's called trauma. So as long as it's above this purple line, that sort of indicates a heavy support too. So we have 3 supports. So that's a good indication. Next, we'll just let time pass. So we can see that it didn't pass this 48 yet. Right here, see how this purple line's above this red and above everything else. That indicates a resistance right here. So at that moment, and that'll be black, I'm pretty much waiting to see in the 2 hour time frame. I want to see if it breaks above this black line. It has a heavy support. I want to see if it stays above this blue line and this black line. So as time passes, so we have a break. So that's our break right there. I'm gonna double check the daily. So right here, even though it broke above everything else, this could be an easy entry point, but normally once this purple line crosses this red line, that sort of indicates a resistance. And also once this orange line crosses black line too. So that's what makes me sort of hesitant. But overall, we do have a break, but I don't want to act too quickly, so I'll wait on it. So I'm just gonna wait. Keeps on growing, so it'll keep on growing. So now I have another confirmation of a trend line in the 2-hour right here. Right when this orange line crosses black line, that's our in another break on its uptrend. So now I have a break right here. I go in the 4-hour. We have a resistance right here on the 4-hour, because right when this this orange line crosses this black line, we have another resistance, and that one's orange. So now I have two confirmations of the orange and the 2-hour purple. I know it's already an uptrend. I go to the daily. Daily already crossed this black. The orange already crossed this black line right here. So this would be my entry right here on the 29th. I did enter it on the 22nd mainly because it has a heavy support. Generally, if you want to do an early entry, if you have 3 supports, which was the daily, which was this yellow 46.20, we had a support on the 4-hour, which is 46.15, which is this red one, and we go to the 2-hour, we have a support on this purple line. It's above this purple line, which is the trauma. So ideally, this could be your early entry. So right when I saw it break above here, I sort of entered prematurely, really, and then it went down, which you could just average down. But I was confident based on these supports, and then you could enter it right here. Next, as time passed, so we know that it already broke above the 4-hour orange resistance. I'm gonna look at this. This is the daily resistance, which follows along with this orange line. So normally when those two break, so if this blue line and this orange line break, the price breaking above that and broken this purple trend line, this sort of indicates a longer hold. So now if we just let it ride, we get this massive uptrend. Normally once it gets to a certain point, the best time to sell is ideally right when this green intersects with this black line. And it normally means it's exhausted at that point. But to have to confirm the early, the continuation, seeing if it will continuously grow, it's normally as long as it stays above this orange resistance line and this black, not this black line, it's this blue line. So as long as it's above all that broke the purple trend line, that indicates a long-term hold. But mainly, I was focused on this early entry with the support. So as long as it holds the 1-hour support, the 4-hour support, and broke this black line, that's normally an indication of an early entry. Then after that, it could be like a swing trade. Then we'll decide once it hits these resistance, then this is sort of another decision to rebuy back in to see if it will continuously grow. So yeah, and that's pretty much it on that one.